My beloved child, before another distraction pulls your attention away, I am asking you to do something rare, something sacred. Pause. I know your mind is full, your heart stretched thin. The world is shouting, pulling, demanding, but I am whispering a truth that could realign your soul forever if you'll stay. Give me these next few minutes. This is not just a message, it is a divine moment prepared for you. I'm about to speak to the deepest part of you, the part no one sees, the part that's still searching, still aching. You've asked me to speak. I'm speaking now. Don't scroll. Don't walk away. Stay with me until the end, because what I say next will shift how you hear me for the rest of your life. Let this be the day your heart learns to truly listen. I'm here, and I'm not finished. You may think the world's urgencies matter most, but I want to remind you that what is eternal will outlast what is urgent. There is nothing more precious than these moments we share. Moments when you turn aside from the noise, still your racing thoughts, and make space for my voice. Do you know how dearly I treasure every moment you look toward me? Every time you choose to listen, even when you do not fully understand? You are not invisible to me. You are not a face in the crowd. You are my beloved, seen, known, and cherished. I know the weight you carry and the pressures that swirl around you like a relentless storm. And still, I wait, not in impatience, but in faithful love, for you to enter my presence and receive what your soul is longing for. When the world exhausts you and drains your hope, let me be your rest. When your hands are tired, your heart anxious, your vision clouded, come to me. I am the source of rest for the weary, strength for the weak, hope for the hopeless, and light for every shadow in your life. No time is ever wasted when you sit in my presence and listen to my voice. When your spirit is revived by the unending flow of living water, I am not bound by time or space. I am with you, always, in every moment. Each second you offer me becomes part of an eternal tapestry. Each moment you put me first is a moment invested in something eternal, a spiritual treasure, an inheritance that can never be taken from you. No shadow can reach it. No storm can destroy it. No voice of accusation, disappointment, or shame can take away the treasure I give when you choose to dwell with me. Remember, what you invest in the unseen is never lost. What you build with me endures when all else fades. I invite you to let go of your anxieties, your fears about the future, and your regrets of the past, and simply be present with me. For it is in this sacred stillness that I speak to your soul. I know your thoughts are often restless, swirling endlessly. I see you lying awake at night, questioning your future, the meaning of your life, and the path ahead. Sometimes your heart aches with questions that seem to have no answers. But beloved, not every answer comes from logic or analysis. Some answers arise from a deeper place, from the sacred closeness between you and me. Within you is a longing that only I can fill, a hunger not for more information, but for transformation. You were created to live in union with me, to drink deeply from the well that never runs dry. The world will offer countless solutions, distractions, and temporary comforts, but only my love satisfies the deepest part of you. Don't let the world's noise drown out my whisper. Don't let rumors, comparisons, or distorted expectations make you forget my gentle yet powerful calling. Return to me. Listen for my voice. You are not defined by the opinions of others or the measure of your achievements. You are defined by my love and the truth I speak over your life. Let go of the performance and the striving, and simply receive. I am the way, not one of many choices, but the true and only path. I do not merely point the way. I am the way itself. I do not stand at a distance watching you stumble. I walk beside you, guiding each step, lifting you when you fall. When you feel lost, do not seek light in other places. Come to me. When you're confused at a crossroad, don't let fear steer your decisions. Take my hand, and I will guide you through every fog of doubt. I have walked every road you will ever travel. I know the secret griefs and hidden hopes you carry. No path is too dark, no valley too deep, no desert too barren for my love to reach you. When chaos is all you hear, close your eyes and rest in my presence. I will speak words your ears may not hear, but your soul will feel in the depths of your heart. You may not always understand, but you can always trust. I am the truth, not a mere opinion or doctrine, but the very embodiment of eternal truth. Even as the world shifts its values, trading light for darkness, I remain the unchanging foundation. All other ground may tremble and shake, but my word stands forever. Standing on my word, you are no longer tossed by human voices. Living by my truth, you do not need to prove yourself to anyone. I have already called you chosen, beloved, and destined. What I declare, no one can undo. You do not need to earn what I have freely given you. Rest in this assurance. You are loved, you are wanted, you are safe in me. Beloved child, the time you spend with me is never empty, and never a delay from what matters. Instead, it's the source of direction, blessing, and divine guidance for all else you do. What you build on my word will last forever. Whatever is not grounded in my presence will eventually crumble. What could be more precious than dedicating time to me each day? What could be wiser than building your life upon the solid rock? As you walk this journey of faith, there will be times you feel you're wandering barren fields, places where life and answers seem absent, where your efforts appear to vanish. But hear this, not a single tear is wasted, not a prayer forgotten, not a step of faith overlooked. I am working quietly in what looks lifeless, and from that very soil, new shoots will rise, strong, unwavering, and steadfast. The seeds of faith planted in darkness will bear fruit in their season. Though you may not see the evidence yet, I am at work, fulfilling every promise, preparing a harvest of joy. Let my character, my faithfulness, kindness, limitless wisdom, and unconditional love become the lens through which you see all things. When you view life not through fleeting emotions or shifting circumstances, but through my eternal truth, you won't panic in the quiet seasons or be overwhelmed by endless trials. I am not a distant observer, but your closest friend, your loving Father, your Redeemer and Shepherd. You'll see that in stillness, when it seems nothing is happening, I am planting the deepest seeds of faith in your heart. Areas you have labeled hopeless, unfinished dreams, broken relationships, closed doors, are not barren in my hands. I bring life to deserts, send rain to dry land, and breathe vitality into weary souls, making them flourish once more. If you surrender those barren places to me, I will not abandon them. I'll breathe new life into them, water them with my promises, and you'll witness miracles where you thought all had ended. Do not despise small beginnings, for in my kingdom, the smallest seed can become a tree that gives shelter to many. I know one of your deepest questions. How can I know if I'm hearing the Father's voice? You are not alone in this longing. Many before you have placed a hand on their heart and wondered, is this really you, Lord? But dear one, I am not a distant or silent God. I am closer than your own breath. I do not speak to confuse or hide from you. In fact, I delight in speaking to you, in seeing you listen, and in watching your heart respond to me. My voice does not always thunder from heaven. Often it comes as a gentle whisper in quietness. I speak through Scripture, alive and powerful, dividing soul and spirit, revealing the thoughts and intentions of the heart. When you open my word, not just for knowledge but to hear my voice, you'll find the words alive, tailored to your situation. Sometimes you will find a verse rising from the page as if written only for you. Other times it will be a simple phrase or image that lingers in your mind, drawing you back to the place of wonder. Don't just read with your eyes, read with your spirit, for that is where my voice rings clearest. Let my words sink deep, shaping your desires, renewing your mind, and bringing peace to troubled waters. I speak also through the Holy Spirit within you, your companion, your divine guide, a stream of living water in your soul. When you take time to be still, to listen, and to speak with me sincerely, the Spirit will stir promptings within you. Deep impressions that may not always be put into words, but you will know them by the peace that settles within, the light in your soul, and the certainty that arises from deep within. When you wonder if it's me, ask for confirmation. I do not mind your questions. I welcome the dialogue of your heart. As you trust my spirit and allow space for quietness, you will recognize the difference between passing thoughts and my steady, loving guidance. You will feel the difference between fleeting impulses and the deep, abiding conviction I place in you. I also speak through those around you, wise counsel from people who walk with me in faithfulness. Keep your heart open, ready to receive wisdom, not from human logic, but through spiritual discernment. Sometimes a simple word from another will confirm what I've already been whispering to your spirit. I use friendships, mentors, even strangers to encourage, correct, and strengthen you. Nothing is wasted. All things work together as I orchestrate your life's symphony. My voice brings clarity, not confusion, and always aligns with the truth of my word. In stillness, you'll discover that my voice has been with you all along, waiting for your heart to respond, not through hurried intellect, but through humility and a yielded spirit. Come to me not seeking control, but with a longing to be led. When you approach me with humility, doors to spiritual understanding will swing open. You will sense encouragement, feel gentle nudges, and experience inner prompting that goes beyond logic. That is my voice, softly saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Trust that I am able to lead you, even when you are uncertain. Trust that my love never abandons you, even if you miss a step. Every day, don't live only by what your eyes see. Train your soul to pay close attention. Offer me the gaze of your inner being and your undivided attention. When you focus your heart on me, even in a few quiet morning moments, a silent pause during a busy day, or a simple bow at night, I see it. I notice every time you turn toward me, every second you devote to me. In these moments, I'm teaching you to notice the subtle winds of my spirit, gentle nudges louder than any words. I long for relationship, not routine. I cherish the honesty of your prayers, even the wordless sighs and the tears you cannot explain. You don't need to wait for dramatic miracles or signs to know I'm speaking. Begin with the simple things. A verse that stirs your heart, sudden peace in chaos, a gentle check before you speak, or a wise word that makes you reflect. All these may be my voice if your heart is open. Above all, listen to your conscience, the sacred place where I've planted truth. It's not just instinct, but the rhythm of a divine call. When you face a moral choice, great or small, and sense a gentle hesitation or whisper, don't ignore it. Pause, ask me, and wait for my answer. In those moments, I may be pulling you from harm, protecting you from unseen consequences, guiding you away from choices that could later weigh on your soul. My guidance never flows from fear, but from life. It doesn't pressure, but strengthens. It doesn't confuse, but brings clarity. When you stumble, I don't punish immediately. Instead, I gently lead you back. Know this, I love you too much to stay silent when you wander, but I respect you enough not to shout. I am a gentle father, always ready to bring you home as soon as you're willing to listen. You will never outgrow your need for my voice. Every stage of your life, every new challenge, every transition, I will be there. As you practice spiritual sensitivity and don't dismiss even the faintest stirring within, you'll grow daily in discernment. You'll begin to recognize my voice amidst the world's noise. You'll no longer be deceived by words that sound good but lack real life. Then, your soul will walk with confidence, anchored by my sure leading. Beloved child, open your heart and embrace the precious journey of learning to hear my voice. Don't believe you must be perfect or interpret every word flawlessly. This is not a competition. It's a sacred journey, where each step, however uncertain, is an opportunity to know me more intimately. I don't ask for instant perfection, but for a heart willing to be shaped. Let go of the fear that a mistake will disappoint me. I am not a judge waiting to pounce on errors. I watch each step, always ready to lift you up, gently correcting your path when you stray. Even wrong turns, if your heart seeks me, become lessons of great value. From every stumble comes a wisdom no book or sermon could impart. I see your zeal and longing to understand, your daily efforts to seek me amid life's chaos. Know that every effort moves me deeply. Not a single whispered prayer or attempt to do my will is ever wasted. Even when you do not understand, that hunger is more pleasing to me than any outward ritual. Let every longing, every sigh, every incomplete prayer be lifted to me as a song of the soul. In the quiet of the morning or the lonely hours of the night, my spirit hovers close, watching, listening, cherishing every moment you turn your heart toward me. Even when words escape you, even when your strength is gone, I know what you need before you ask. I am the God who hears the silent cries and sees the tears no one else notices. Every hope you hold, every fear you suppress, every question that trembles on your lips is precious to me. Don't let fear of failure keep you from moving forward. You are not called to stand still, waiting for perfection. You are called to walk by faith. Faith always holds the possibility of error, but don't worry. If you go off course, I will gently guide you back. If your foot slips, my hand is ready to steady you. If you wander, my love will always seek you, for I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one. You are never too far, never too lost, never too broken for my grace. My patience is endless, and my joy overflows each time you return to me. I see your efforts, even the ones that seem small or hidden to the world. Not a single act of faithfulness goes unnoticed. Your faith, even the size of a mustard seed, can move mountains because it is rooted in my faithfulness, not yours. Remember, I am the author and perfecter of your faith. What I begin in you, I am committed to complete. You are a work in progress, a living testimony to my grace, my mercy, and my power to transform. Do not measure your journey by the pace of others. I am writing a unique story through your life, a story of redemption, restoration, and hope. At times, I allow winding roads not to let you get lost, but so you learn to distinguish my voice from all others. Through missteps, you will learn to recognize the difference between fear, desire, and the gentle leading of my spirit. In confusion, I invite you to draw closer. In doubt, I invite you to trust deeper. My guidance is gentle and persistent, never forceful but always faithful. With every step, you learn to lean less on your understanding and more on my wisdom. I teach you through joy, through sorrow, through moments of stillness, and through seasons of change. Every experience becomes a classroom for your soul. Nothing is wasted. Everything can be transformed for your good and my glory. You can learn to hear me, just as a child learns to walk and speak, awkwardly at first, then with clarity. As you walk in humility and perseverance, training your soul in stillness, you'll become sensitive to my presence. In time, you'll discern the difference between voices of fear or longing and the unmistakable authority of my spirit. Even when the world's noise is loud, you'll recognize the subtle, unwavering peace that accompanies my voice. Even when your heart is heavy, you'll know the comfort that comes from my nearness. The more you listen, the clearer my voice will become. You will find that my words bring not only instruction, but healing, reassurance, and life. This doesn't happen overnight, but if you keep seeking, I'll keep teaching. If you keep listening, I'll keep speaking. If you continue in surrender, I will lead you to places beyond your dreams. Growth in me is not measured by speed, but by surrender. Trust that each day, even those that feel uneventful or filled with struggle, is part of my refining process. Like a gardener tending his vineyard, I nurture your soul, prune away what is unfruitful, and make space for new life. Seasons of silence are not abandonment. They are seasons when roots grow deeper. Do not despise the quiet, for it is often in the stillness that my voice resounds most clearly. Spiritual confidence isn't arrogance, but the result of a life lived in closeness with me. It is knowing I do not withdraw from you when you fail. On the contrary, I draw closer when you pray, Father, I'm not sure, but I want to obey. Such prayers draw me swiftly near. It is not your strength that impresses me, but your openness and humility. When you confess weakness, I supply strength. When you bring your doubts and fears, I give wisdom and courage. You are not alone in your uncertainty. I walk every step with you. Do not be discouraged by your questions. They are the doorway to deeper faith. In the journey of learning to hear me, you may stumble, but I will never let you fall beyond the reach of my grace. The journey of hearing my voice isn't a destination. It's a relationship that deepens daily. You'll learn to love the sound of my voice, not just seek it for direction. My voice comforts, soothes, encourages, and reminds you that you are never forgotten. Sometimes you'll hear me in a song, a tear, or a moment of silence amidst the world's noise. When this happens, your heart will ignite, not because you got it right, but because you've met me. Once you encounter me, everything finds its place. You'll see that your worth is found in being loved, not in being flawless. You'll rest in the assurance that my love does not waver, even on your weakest days. Your life will become a testimony to the beauty of my companionship. Through every season, whether mountain or valley, your story will reveal my faithfulness. So keep walking. Do not fear. Keep learning and listening, tuning your heart to heaven's rhythm. I'm not rushing you, nor demanding perfection. I delight in your perseverance, and every step is upheld and rewarded by me. One day, you will say, I know your voice, because it is more familiar to you than your very breath. Then your faith will be unshakable, and my guidance will be your daily song, a sacred harmony between Creator and beloved child. Let this assurance quiet your soul. I am always near. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not height or depth, not failure or doubt, not the past or the unknown future. I am with you always to the end of the age. Never underestimate obedience, no matter how small. In your quiet willingness to follow me, you open doors to greater things prepared before time began. You may think you're doing only minor acts, a kind word, forgiveness, or quietly choosing right over easy. Yet, those choices are threads in the sacred tapestry I am weaving in your life. What seems insignificant to you is of great value in my kingdom. Every time you choose to forgive, to love, to hope, or to serve, you plant seeds that will bear fruit for eternity. In every season, I am watching over the harvest of your life. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time, you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. I'm inviting you into a journey where obedience shapes what can't be measured by earthly standards. I am writing a glorious story in you. Each thread of faithfulness, short or long, is precious. Don't measure effectiveness by size, but by depth of devotion. Every step taken in my light leads to greater doors, revealing purposes beyond your dreams. Sometimes you will see the fruit, other times you will sow seeds for another generation. Trust me with the outcomes and focus only on faithfulness in the present. I use the small and overlooked to display my glory. You may never know the full impact of your obedience this side of eternity, but one day all will be revealed. Live with sacred expectation. Hold on to divine hope, even when your days seem monotonous. Embrace the anticipation that miracles can arise in ordinary mornings and daily routines. Prepare your heart for my presence to elevate every detail of your life. A quiet morning, a conversation, or a hidden decision. My miracles are not limited to dramatic rescues or visible wonders. Often I work in the unnoticed, the subtle, the slow unfolding of grace. Pay attention to the gentle transformation of your heart, the restoration of hope, the quiet courage that rises in trial. These too are signs of my presence. I am present, not only in storms, but in the unnoticed moments. Washing a cup, preparing a meal, holding a loved one's hand, sitting in the breeze, or whispering a prayer when words fail. These moments become sacred when offered to me with gratitude. Whatever you do, do it as an act of worship. Let your days become altars, your ordinary routines places where heaven touches earth. When you do the smallest things with love, they are magnified in my sight. There is no act too common, no moment too plain for my spirit to inhabit. My presence is constant. You do not need a crisis to seek me. I am already with you, every moment, every breath. Walk knowing you are never alone. In every word, glance, and secret action, I walk with you, reminding you of the identity I gave you. You are my child, called, chosen, precious, and beloved. Let this truth anchor your days and still your fears. No one can remove my love from your life. No failure can separate you from my embrace. As you learn, grow, and face challenges that stretch your comfort, know that I am there. In every possibility you explore, I provide wisdom, expand your vision, and plant curiosity, shaping you in my likeness. Nothing in your life is beyond my care. From significant events to unnoticed moments, I am intimately involved in all things, forming something eternal and wondrous. When you look back, you will see my fingerprints on every chapter. Even in the disappointments, I am working for your good. Even in unanswered prayers, I am preparing something better than you could imagine. When you face uncertainty and crossroads, remember I am not silent. I speak and guide through inner stirrings, wise words, and circumstances that are not by chance. Keep your heart attuned to my leadings, for I delight when you seek me in the ordinary, in smiles, in laughter, and in quiet goodness. Sometimes you will not hear an immediate answer. Sometimes the silence is my invitation to trust more deeply. Know that I am working even when you do not see or feel it. Faith is walking when the road is unclear, trusting when answers are delayed, believing that my goodness never fails. Live as though every moment matters eternally, for nothing is ordinary when it's filled with my presence. You need not seek grand gestures to please me. Your faithfulness in small things is precious. I don't look at appearances, I see the heart. Every effort to live uprightly, to love, to forgive, to believe unseen, is honored and blessed by me as a true step of faith. Therefore, walk with sacred expectation. Live each day as if I walk beside you, for I do. Let your life declare, I trust your presence, even in the small things. From such faithfulness, I will weave a tapestry of beauty, one that illuminates your life and those around you, longing for life. Begin each day open to listening, free from doubt. Such hearts see the sacred in daily signs. While the world hurries with anxiety, step into peace flowing from my presence. Others may see only tasks. You'll perceive doors of opportunity. Where many pursue the obvious, you'll see the extraordinary in the ordinary, because you choose the eyes of faith. Let the dawn of every day be an invitation to discover my goodness anew. Before you check your phone, before you rehearse your worries, let your first thought be, Father, I am here. Invite me into every moment, and you will find my presence already waiting. Faith isn't just for crises, it's a daily choice. Believing before seeing, moving before understanding, surrendering before answers come. This opens the way for miracles. What others call coincidence, you'll see as my orchestration. What others call chance, you'll know as my signature. Do not limit your expectations to what the world calls possible. With me, all things are possible. My power is not limited by circumstances, nor is my love diminished by your doubts. If you will only believe, you will see wonders in places you least expect. Each day is rich with the possibility of grace. Because you walk by faith, you won't be confined by this world's perceptions. You won't be swept away by anxiety or dragged down by comparison. Your heart will rest in the truth that I go before you, making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the wasteland. I know the path you take, and even when the way is hidden from your eyes, it is clear to me. Trust in my guidance, and your steps will be steady, even on uncertain ground. I do not promise you a life without struggle, but I promise you will never walk alone. My presence is your constant companion, your unfailing helper, your sure foundation. I don't promise every day will be easy, but I promise you'll have what you need if your heart is open to my leading. Miracles may not always come with thunder, but in a timely word, peace in storms, or strange steadiness amid upheaval. Look for me not only in deliverance, but in the strength to endure, the courage to hope, and the wisdom to wait. I am the God of process as well as breakthrough. Each day, I am shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for greater things. Celebrate the small victories, cherish the ordinary blessings. Each is a reminder that I am near, weaving my goodness through every part of your life. Living in expectation, you'll sense my presence everywhere. How you enter a room, respond to pressure, lift the fallen. You'll live differently, not chasing the spectacular for validation, but cherishing the moments when I whisper heaven's secrets. You'll find meaning in the mundane, purpose in the pause, and joy in simple obedience. I am building in you a life of depth, not just display. Those who abide in me bear much fruit, fruit that lasts. Let your daily life become a garden where I can cultivate peace, patience, kindness, and love. You'll realize faithfulness in the smallest things matures your spirit. Each step, however brief, guided by me, is part of the tapestry I am weaving. There's no wasted effort, no unnoticed sacrifice, no hidden act of love that escapes my notice. Even the smallest gesture, when done in love, echoes in eternity. You are not meant to be a passive observer, but to walk in active trust. While others analyze, you are called to believe and act. The courage to trust what's unseen opens heaven's gates and brings me joy. Be bold in your faith, not in human confidence, but in the quiet assurance that I am with you. Your trust in me is more precious than gold refined by fire. I delight in open-hearted souls who wait in hope and follow the call, even when the path is unclear. Because you believe, I will reveal. Because you receive, I will pour out. Because you step forward in faith, you'll see what no eye or ear has yet perceived. There are blessings waiting for you beyond what you have imagined. There are promises yet to unfold, and I take pleasure in surprising you with my goodness. Every morning is a new symphony, a collaboration between you and me. As you offer your day through thoughts, prayers, and deeds, you allow me to create wonder in every moment. You won't need to force greatness. My presence within will make each moment great as heaven intends. Rise with gratitude, ears ready to listen, and a heart open to my newness. Let each day be a journey of discovering my endless goodness. Even if you cannot yet see ahead, move forward knowing, my Father is here. He will lead. He will do wonders. In this expectancy, you become a living testimony that I am real, alive, and with those who trust me wholeheartedly. The world may search for signs and wonders, but you will know the wonder of a heart at peace with me. You will become an ambassador of hope, a light in the darkness, a vessel carrying my presence into every space you enter. In a world blinded by shallow standards, where people are judged by appearance and achievement, remember, I do not seek the glamorous or the applauded. No earthly title or honor can compare to the truths within your heart. I am not moved by surface, but by the heart's sincerity, pure intentions, and a soul trembling for what's right. I seek those who choose love, patience, and integrity. Heaven is moved by quiet faithfulness, a whispered prayer, a hidden kindness, a compassionate gaze. Be content to be overlooked by the world if you are known by me. Let your greatest ambition be to walk in love and truth. My eyes search the earth for those whose hearts are fully mine. To them, I reveal my secrets, my strength, and my comfort. I see the things you never voice. I see your longing to do right, your desire to love, your silent prayers for others. Every flicker of compassion in you is received with tenderness. These are proofs you carry my image, the one who is always merciful and reaches for the forgotten. Do not dismiss the gentle movements of your heart. These are seeds I have planted. They are the beginnings of miracles, the roots of future fruit. When you reach out in love, you partner with me in redeeming the world. Let no act of mercy be too small, no word of encouragement be withheld, no burden be carried alone. While the world pursues fame, I search for the humble, those who repent, who ask forgiveness, who yield instead of fighting for their own way. These souls I hold dear. They don't display their righteousness, but live it sincerely. Their lives are a sacred symphony to me. I see the power of a life lived in humility. Those who bend low are lifted high in my kingdom. Those who serve are greatest of all. You do not need to shout your good works or defend your reputation. I am your witness and your reward. When you reach out to someone falling, not for recognition, but from overflowing mercy, I see every trembling hand, every coin given, every hour invested, every encouragement to the weary. Nothing done in love is wasted. Each act becomes a seed of light which I will grow at the right time. Many will reap where you have sown. You will harvest blessings prepared by the love of others. Together, you are building a legacy of light that will never be extinguished. When pressure surrounds you and you choose patience, calm, and kindness, I witness a strength born from deep communion with my spirit. This silent perseverance shows you know me, not as an idea, but as the one who is slow to anger and rich in mercy. Your gentle answers, your quiet prayers, your steadfast hope in adversity are fragrant offerings before my throne. Let the world measure strength by loudness, but let your strength be the stillness of trust in me. You are never alone in the battle. I fight for you. I uphold you with my righteous right hand. When you forgive without apology, trust while doubted, love after being wounded, or protect purity amid temptation, heaven rejoices. These moments mark you as my true child. Through quiet faithfulness, you bear witness to my love. Every time you choose my way over your way, you draw heaven closer to earth. You become a channel of peace, a river of hope, a witness to a world longing for something real. Never undervalue your small acts of goodness. Don't let the enemy tell you they're meaningless. I build the eternal through the little things. Simple, faithful, loving hearts are a testimony that light and love still triumph. I see you, I cherish you. As you live sincerely, humbly, and boldly in faith, you are my joy. On days when no one notices, I write your name in heaven's record, where every act of love is treasured forever. Do not be discouraged when the world seems indifferent or harsh. My reward is sure, my promises are unbreakable. My delight in you never fades. When the world calls your name with promises of fame, pause and return to my words. True greatness is not found on grand stages, but in humble service and true humility. My kingdom values the one who kneels and lifts others, not the one who dominates. I look for those who serve with gladness, who forgive quickly, who choose kindness when it is hardest. Let your ambition be to please me above all else. Do not grow weary if your kindness goes unseen, your words of healing uncelebrated, or your presence unacknowledged. What you do is never forgotten. Every act of love, every sacrifice, every moment of patience is cherished by me. At the end of the race, it will not be the applause of men, but my words that fill your heart with everlasting joy. Well done, good and faithful servant. In my time, I lift those who quietly upheld others, who loved when it was easier to walk away, who forgave while wounds were fresh, who interceded for those who hurt them. These are priceless in my eyes, and I will reveal their true greatness, not as the world celebrates, but as heaven does. Trust my timing. Do not rush or strive to shine on someone else's schedule. My timing is perfect, seeds refining what needs waiting. When I raise someone up, it's to reveal humility, not pride. When I open a door, it's so my love can reach many. If you feel overlooked or your efforts unnoticed, remember, what you sow in faith will be reaped in glory. No good deed is in vain. Even a cup of water given in love is recorded in heaven. I see not only your actions, but your intentions. I see your silent sacrifices, your yielded heart, your faith that holds on when nothing is visible. These things echo eternally as marks of a true child. Keep your heart tender, your hands ready, your faith pure. This will shape your eternal destiny. Let your dreams and your days be surrendered into my hands. Do not cling to what you think you need, for I know what is truly best for you. Trust me with your unanswered questions, your hidden pain, your deferred hopes. What you release to me, I will redeem. What you trust to my care, I will multiply in ways you cannot imagine. Let your trust become your treasure, for in letting go, you find true life. Keep trusting, loving, serving, and remaining humble. Your life is not about applause, but about pleasing me. Remain faithful in little, and I will entrust you with more, not for worldly greatness, but to extend my kingdom. I delight in a heart that is steadfast, even in the face of disappointment or delay. Patience is not wasted time. It is a sign of confidence in my sovereignty. As you wait on me, I am at work within you, shaping your character, refining your purpose, and deepening your roots. At my appointed time, you'll stand in my mercy, exchange quiet faithfulness for unfading glory, and hear my voice say, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord." This is the true reward and glory, and you are part of it. The applause of heaven is greater than the fleeting cheers of this world. Fix your eyes on eternity, and the burdens of today will become light. Every trial, every sacrifice, every act of love is part of your everlasting inheritance. When you cross into my eternal presence, you will see the fullness of what your faith has accomplished. On your spiritual journey, there will be times of correction. In those moments, keep your heart open and soft. My discipline is not to diminish, but to raise you higher. I correct because I love you too much to let you miss your true potential. True love corrects. I cannot stay silent when I see you wandering from the good path. Receive correction as a sign of my deep commitment to your growth. My discipline is never about shame, but about freedom. When I prune your life, it is to make you more fruitful. Let every season of discipline draw you closer to me, not away. Trust that my hand, though it may sometimes bring discomfort, is always guided by love. My correction is not rejection, but protection. Sometimes it comes gently, other times through a friend's warning or a closed door. In those times, you may feel confused or hurt, but my love is most clearly shown then. Correction is preparation, not punishment. Pruning so you may bear more fruit. There are lessons that only adversity can teach. There is wisdom that only comes through struggle and surrender. So when I intervene, see it as care, not loss. Your response to discipline reveals how well you know and trust me. If you truly believe I am kind and faithful, you can say, "Lord, I do not understand, but I trust you. I am hurting, but I surrender." This obedience in the dark becomes a turning point, leading you to maturity. Maturity is not measured by knowledge alone, but by trust, humility, and obedience, even when you cannot see. Let my spirit comfort you and guide you in these times. Remember, trials are not proof of my absence. Often they show I am near. I am refining you, stripping away what you don't need, shaping you into my vision. Embrace correction as the artisan embraces chiseling his art. The potter never takes his eyes off the vessel. I too never look away. When life spins you, I am shaping you for beauty. My purpose is not to break you, but to transform you. You are my masterpiece, and every season has a purpose in my hands. Nothing is wasted, not a tear, not a crack. One day, you'll see that uncomfortable seasons gave you priceless wisdom and drew you closer to me. You'll give thanks not for the easy path, but for the path that revealed hidden blessings. The testimony of your life will be more powerful for the storms you have endured. You will be able to comfort others with the comfort you have received from me. Your scars will be signs of my healing, not of defeat, but of victory. Walk with humility. Listen even to hard words. Be grateful for my correction. Trust that my hand, even when it slows you, is the same hand that will lift you. And then, you'll help others on their own journeys, carrying a light that cannot be extinguished. I, who began this good work, will be faithful to complete it. Do not fear unfinished chapters, for I am the author and the finisher of your faith. Rest in the promise that nothing you entrust to me will be lost. Don't let today's stumbles make you doubt your future. You are not defined by your falls, but by the hand that lifts you. my hand. Failure is not the end, but the beginning of a new lesson, a deeper grace. What you see as loss or brokenness becomes the very material I use for something good and beautiful. I see your whole story, not just the present moment. I am not alarmed by the messy parts. I turn scribbles into sacred psalms, and I never abandon your life because of stained pages. Your regrets are not the final word. My mercy writes a new chapter every day. Trust me with your past, your pain, your missed opportunities. Nothing is beyond redemption in my love. You may see failure, but I see steadfastness growing. You may feel pain, but I see refining. You may not know the reason for your losses, but I know each one is reaching the deepest places in you, where I long to heal and restore. Do not run from your sorrow, bring it to me. Let my love minister to the wounds you hide from the world. I am the healer of broken hearts, the restorer of lost dreams, the mender of every soul. Don't give up because of a dark bend. Don't close your heart because of one wound. Nothing is wasted in me. Sorrow does not have to last forever. If you offer me your emptiness, it can become the very soil for new hope. Where the world sees endings, I see beginnings. I turn ashes to beauty, wilderness to streams, fallen walls to foundations. I choose to do this in your life. Your story is not over. Every breath is a sign that I am not finished yet. Look for the new thing I am doing, even now. Let go of silent regrets or past pain, not by forgetting, but by understanding that they no longer have power over you. My forgiveness is not shallow. I cleanse with a love strong enough to erase every stain and heal every wound. You are not defined by your worst days, but by my love for you. When I look at you, I do not see failure. I see a masterpiece still in progress, shaped by grace and patience. Your past does not imprison you. Don't let the voices of old mistakes drown out my hope for you now. Others may not forgive you. You may not forgive yourself. But I, who love you unconditionally, have forgiven you, restored you, and am writing a new, beautiful chapter. A new day is not just another chance, but heaven's reminder that I have not given up. Every ray of sunlight is a touch of grace, every breath proof that I hold you moment by moment. Do not fear new beginnings. I do not abandon you halfway. I go before you, walk beside you, and follow behind you. If you stumble, I lift you. If you are confused, I draw closer. Let my mercy be your rest. I see not your past, but your destiny. I do not call you to walk forward with a heavy heart, but to live as one set free. I have broken your chains, unlocked doors, wiped your tears again and again. You are free indeed. Walk in that freedom. Let the past be the ground where faith grows, not the chains that hold you back. If you need a sign that you are forgiven, let it be my unchanging love and presence. Once you accept this, you will rise as one declared righteous, not by your strength, but by faith in the one who gave everything for you. Let go. Step into the light I prepared for you. You do not need to become worthy. My mercy makes you worthy. From this, recover your worth and step into the freedom your soul desires. I do not wait for a flawless version of you or for accomplishments that the world admires. What I long for is a tender heart yearning to know me more and walk closer each day. What is precious to me is not outward perfection, but the quiet surrender within, the trust you choose even when you do not understand. Your silent efforts, your perseverance, every bowed head, every sigh, each moves my heart. It is not strength that draws my love, but the knowledge of your weakness and your turn toward me. I did not set a high standard to discourage you. I came down so you could take my hand. I do not expect you to be flawless, only that you do not hide from me when you fall. I long for your honesty. That is where transformation begins. When you stop trying to appear strong, I can give you my strength. When you admit you lack wisdom, I can guide you. When you reveal your pain, my light can heal completely. Growth comes from surrender, from letting me lead. Your lack becomes the foundation for my work. If you had all, you wouldn't need me. Because you lack, I can be your all. That is the beauty of our relationship, a union of unconditional love and dependence. Some truths only come with time and testing. A humble heart will never lose its way. Humility brings you closer to my heart. If you've ever felt unworthy, know this. Awareness of your need opens the door for grace. My love is unconditional, not based on your performance. I chose you before you chose me. I saw you before the world ever noticed. Your story was written in my heart before you ever took your first step. I am not disappointed by your weakness. I am delighted when you bring it to me. Do not compare your journey to others. I measure you by the openness of your heart. Every step toward me brings me joy. You won't always feel strong, but the fragile vessels are those I fill with treasure. My power is made perfect in your weakness. You don't need to be a hero, just a child who knows they need their father. Here you'll find peace the world cannot take. Here you'll find rest for your soul, comfort for your wounds, hope for your tomorrows. Here in my presence, you will discover who you truly are. You are not defined by what you accomplish, but by who I say you are, my beloved child, chosen and precious. I see you. I understand you. I love you for who you are in my eyes. Keep longing, learning, and letting your heart be shaped by me, not to become an ideal, but to become fully yourself, renewed in my image. I am always here, not to judge, but to walk with you, to heal. You do not walk alone. I hold your hand even when you let go of mine. Move forward with a sincere heart, a teachable spirit, and deep trust that you are loved and held by the one who never breaks his promises. As you journey, you may find unexpected turns, doors opening, then closing, roads foggy with uncertainty. When confusion floods your heart and your mind wrestles with choices, do not let uncertainty dim heaven's light. Temporary silence is not absence. In those moments, I'm building another path, safer, better, and more lovingly prepared for you. Sometimes rejection is not the end, but a shield. What you see as loss may be your deliverance. I see what you cannot, and in my love, I hold you back from things that would hurt you. I close doors not to test your faith, but to protect you. Some things are seen only when you step back. Some gifts come only after you let go. When something doesn't unfold as you hoped, listen more deeply with your spirit, not just your ears. Let disappointment be a doorway to discernment, not bitterness. When you turn inward and seek me sincerely, my light will rise from within and heal what was suppressed by unmet expectations. My guidance often arrives as peace in a hard decision or restlessness about something that appears right. Sometimes it comes through someone I place beside you, speaking the right word at the right time. Do not dismiss subtle signs. I lead not by force but loving invitation. The path is not random. Every challenge is part of my wise design. You are not lost, even when I slow your pace. Sometimes I lead you back to a familiar road, not to regress, but so you may understand the lesson. Maintain your spiritual vision. Every prayer is a pathway for me to act. Every moment of stillness is space for my voice. Every act of faith, even without visible results, is precious to me. Some may not understand your journey. They cannot hear what I speak in your soul. You do not need their agreement, only my confirmation. Be steadfast. Seek my guidance like water in a desert. Even if you pause, don't be alarmed. A pause can be a moment to receive new vision, a silence, a threshold to the next season. I guide you with loving patience, not urgency or pressure. Even if your pace is slow, as long as you move in me, you are on the right path. No door closes without purpose, no detour lacks meaning, and no prayer goes unheard. Now, I am calling you to a deeper faith, a journey shaped by experience and scars, by unwavering focus on me. Let your faith root in eternal truth, grow resilient, and bear fruit in every climate. Faith is a precious seed, planted in darkness and waiting. Those days you cannot feel me but still choose to believe are the times faith grows deepest. Faith is forged in fire and adversity, not in ease. Do not be surprised by trials. They are not the absence of my love, but the place where my love strengthens you. I do not send trials to destroy you, but to refine you. Then, when harvest comes, you'll see that every step, every sigh, every faithful act was never in vain. Don't keep your faith hidden. Let it be a light to others. A gentle word can save a soul. A quiet kindness can be someone's miracle. Living authentically in faith lets my light spread as I designed. You may be the answer to someone's prayer, present in a moment as my sign. I move through you, and when you are faithful in little, I entrust you with more. If you grow weary, return to me. I will refresh and sustain you. Your faith is upheld by my presence, not your effort. Remember, the harvest will come. Every seed of faith sown in sincerity will be rewarded, not with what the world gives, but with eternal reward. Embrace the strength awakening within you, a power rooted in my spirit. When you receive my words in your heart, they shake loose the old and awaken dormant potential. This strength is not for rebellion, but to stand in truth, walk in light, and reflect my glory. Choosing belief, surrender, and listening opens a new, vibrant chapter. This is your turning point. You will see yourself not as a victim, but as one empowered by heaven. No longer living for human approval, but for the one who named your soul. Each step, each word, and each action gains eternal significance. Prepare yourself. I am weaving a sacred tapestry from every part of your life. What you saw as broken, I am using for beauty. Nothing is wasted in my hand. New connections, kindred spirits will enter your life, not by chance, but as divine intersections. They come not to replace the past, but to walk with you into the next chapter. None of your pain is in vain. It forged compassion, resilience, and shaped you into a vessel for heaven. With faith refined, you are ready, not only to receive, but to pour out, lead, and embody truth. I call you to rise, not for self-exaltation, but to glorify me. Every breath, decision, and purposeful day becomes a new page in my eternal plan. Don't fear when things shift or when familiar doors close. This is preparation for greater things. I'm making room in you for what has never been before. A spiritual rebirth is coming. A new chapter, destiny, and calling await. Trust me. Stand firm. Know that I, the Alpha and Omega, am crafting wonder from your life. You are my living manuscript, a declaration of my faithfulness, a sacred poem of redemption, a testament that I complete what I begin. You are the torch I've placed in this world. The blessings you thought lost or stolen will be restored. I will grant you wisdom beyond human learning, born from my presence and faithfulness. As you move forward, each step will restore you. Each decision opens new doors, new opportunities, and reveals your true purpose. I don't promise ease, but protection. Not that all will understand, but that I will never leave. No trial will exceed your strength in me. I will break every chain, shatter every lie, and revive dreams and courage lost to pain. The prayers you thought unheard, I heard, and now I am responding. I restore not just to what was, but to something greater. Rise and receive this truth. Nothing in the universe, no darkness, no accusation can prevent you from fulfilling heaven's destiny. You are no longer bound by the past or defined by doubt. Walk forward in confidence, knowing the faithful one fulfills his promise in your life. Step ahead, heart ablaze with hope. What lies before you is more radiant than you imagine. This is only the beginning of a chapter where my power is revealed to and through you. Now, offer me your honest prayer. Lord, I set aside all urgency and return to your quiet presence. Let my soul find sanctuary in your arms. Still the noise of the world within me so I can hear your gentle whisper. Teach me to value this holy silence, to savor your nearness, to draw strength from the simplicity of just being with you. Help me treasure every moment I dwell with you, soaking my heart in unending life and truth. Let each second spent in your presence be multiplied into blessings I could never earn. I no longer wish to chase the world, but to pause and listen to your voice, ready to obey. Shape my heart so that your words are not only heard, but lived. Let your will become my greatest desire. Among the countless voices, grant me a sensitive spirit to hear yours. Drown out the chaos, the comparison, the criticism, and let your peace settle upon me. Tune my inner ear to the melody of heaven. When I am unsure, give me peace, reminding me you are always near, breathing life into every moment. Let your assurance overshadow my anxieties. Let your presence become my anchor in every storm. I open my heart, Lord. I open it not as a perfect offering, but as a true one, just as I am. I surrender my defenses, my doubts, my questions. I offer you my weariness, my wounds, my silent longings. Though I walk through barren places with no visible answers, I choose to believe every tear, every whispered prayer is sowing a future harvest. May my faith grow deeper roots in dry seasons. Let hope spring forth from places I thought were dead. Continue your hidden work in me, even when I cannot see. Remind me that faith flourishes in unseen soil. Grant me discernment to distinguish your truth from deception. May your word be the lamp for my feet and the light for my path. Let your light guide me, so I walk under the leading of your Holy Spirit. Guide every thought, every word, every action. When I am weary, refresh my soul. Let your living water revive my spirit and cleanse my heart from despair. Pour living water on my dry spirit. Renew my hope, restore my joy, awaken my dreams again. Revive my faith and remind me, I do not walk alone. Make your nearness more real than my fears. Let your love become the defining truth of my life. I come not in perfection, but with a heart longing to be shaped. Mold me according to your wisdom. Let every weakness become a space for your strength. Teach me surrender and trust. Help me let go of my desire for control and to rest in your sovereignty. Mold me under your gentle yet powerful hand. Break away everything that keeps me from loving you freely. When I am slow to understand, be patient and keep guiding me. Never stop speaking, even when I struggle to hear. Keep drawing me closer, teaching me the ways of your Spirit. Help me see eternal value in small choices each day. Let every decision, no matter how ordinary, become an offering of love to you. May forgiveness, love, and patient silence glorify your name. May I honor you more with my quiet trust than with any grand display. I do not seek the world's recognition, only your will. Let my identity be rooted in your approval, not the fleeting applause of people. When everything slows down, grant patience to wait for your perfect timing. Help me see the purpose in pauses, the promise in waiting, the beauty in patience. While I wait, I worship and believe you are working in unseen ways. Grant me grace to praise you in the in-between. I choose to leave fear and my past behind. Let your forgiveness be my freedom. My beloved child, if these words have stirred something inside you, if your heart feels lighter, your soul more open, your tears now holy, know this: I was with you through every word. This is not the end of my voice in your life. This is the beginning of a deeper rhythm between us, one where you return not out of routine, but out of hunger for more of me. Come back here often. This space has been prepared to help you pause, to help you listen, to help you breathe again. Let it become your resting place when the world grows too loud. Subscribe, not just for content, but to stay connected to my heart. Turn on notifications, not so you don't miss a video, but so you don't miss a moment I've prepared for you. Leave a comment, not just to respond, but to release the testimony I'm building in you. Share this message, not for popularity, but because someone you love is quietly desperate for the same peace you're starting to feel. You are not alone on this journey. This channel isn't a platform. It's a meeting place between your soul and my spirit. Return as often as you need. I'll be waiting every time because I am still speaking, and I love when you listen. Amen.